Yeah, so NBA Live 17. This is what this is what I want the game to be, and this is where the game should go. I got to do this real quick. I want NBA Live to be an educational game to actually teach you about basketball. So you'll have fun playing it, but you'll learn basketball at the same time, and you'll actually use it to go to the playground or to your team and be able to better yourself at basketball. You know, these games are supposed to be simulation games. Simulation means you're simulating real life. And it should be to the point where you're learning basketball through a video game. It's kind of like when you supposed to prepare yourself to go to outer space as an astronaut. They put you in this space shuttle, spaceship type simulator, so it can simulate what it's like to be in outer space. Or if you're going to fly airplanes or fly fighter jets at different Mach speeds, they'll put you in a flight simulator. If you're driver's education, before you get in the car, for the most part, you know, they'll put you in a driving simulation, and where you actually feel like you're actually driving, you know, to simulate that. And the same thing should be for these basketball and sports games. It should be a true simulator, a true simulation, where you can then go outside and take from what you learn from live and go outside and apply it and better yourself at it. And so that's what I want Live 17 and Live 18, Live 19 to be. I want it to be a tool to teach you how to play basketball. And it should just be a fun game, but also just be a great tool to teach you. I also would like to see Rising Star Mode have dynamic aging. I would like to see Dynasty Mode have dynamic aging. That's an idea that me and my creator came up with. And you were able to gradually see your player age throughout his career. So when he's 36 years old, he doesn't look like he's still 19 years old. He should have receding hairline, some balding possibly, maybe a little gray in his beard, hair. I mean, just look at LeBron James right now. LeBron James now has gray in his hair and in his beard, and he has receding hairline. And he looks like he's in his mid-30s versus looking like he's still 20 years old. You know, so I would love to see dynamic aging. I would also like to see Hall of Fame stats. I would like to see our players retire. I would also like trades. And what I mean by that is I would like to be able to ask my GM, can I be traded if I don't like the team anymore? And right now they don't have that option. For Dynasty Mode, I would like to see us be able to create players to put inside Dynasty Mode. I would like to see Hall of Fame stats. I would like to see dynamic aging. I would like to see several all-star venues and let it rotate. I don't want it to be the same all-star site 20 seasons in, you know. It should rotate between major cities that most likely would host an all-star game, and it should do that every year. I would like to see coaches being fired and coaches retiring from Dynasty Mode and even Rising Star Mode, because right now I'm a Rising Star Mode and I'm like 10 seasons in and I still got the exact same coach. And that's a major problem. I would like to see injuries on the floor. I never see any injuries on the floor. I would like to see them allow us to create overweight players or fat players, because you have fat people in real life, and I would like to see them at the park. I would like to see dynamic weather at the park. I would like to see weather play a role at these outdoor parks, like wind and cold weather. Because in real life, sometimes you go to the basketball park and the wind is blowing really hard. And so you can't shoot a lot of outside shots. So you tend to attack the rim, mostly driving into the lane, post-up games or short shots, you know, because the wind will end up just blowing the ball, you know, and your accuracy just won't be there, you know. So I would like to see that play a role. I would like to see hot weather play a role, where you're sweating profusely and you know, it's affecting your stamina. I would love to see parks and pro-am have fatigue and stamina. issues there, especially when it's hot weather and cold weather. I think that should be able to affect you just a little bit more, but also help out your stamina or your fatigue. I would like to see you be able to create overweight players at these parks as well, too. So for the most part, that's where it's going for me for right now. Add more parks. I would like to see, possibly these modes, these park modes, will be able to allow you to possibly purchase vehicles to drive to these parks. I think that would be kind of cool, but that's just somewhere down the line. I would like to see a park mode turn into an open world mode. But as I said, I'm real happy from what I've heard what's going to be in NBA Live 17. I would love to see them add a WNBA mode in that game to give women something to play, a mode of their own. I think that would be great. I think a lot of females will surprise EA Sports and will purchase that game just for the WNBA mode. And it would show God respect because God created women. He created the female. It would show him respect that you're just not blowing them off like that. And it would just show women respect. It will also really help out the WNBA, and that they would support it tremendously. It would give tremendous and wholehearted support. And I would like to see injuries at the park. At least a sprained ankle. At least a sprained ankle. And it may not be on the live run, but I definitely think that it should be injuries at Pro-Am. At least a sprained ankle. I would also like to see 10-man squads at Pro-Am or 8-man squads or something like that. That way you really can have an injury, so I think that's necessary. I also would like to see hear a radio show during the menus. I think that there should be an option. Do you want to listen to music or do you want to listen to a radio show? And I think that there should be a 1-800 number to call into that radio show. And we could just give our views about live basketball. The radio show will talk about what's actually going on throughout the NBA season. We can call in and communicate and comment on certain things, and we could actually be able to hear ourselves in the menus and so would everybody else. I think that would be just a game changer. I would also, I'm going to get to that in the next video. All right. God bless. Bye.